Ladies and gentlemen, introducing No Objective Gaming with Aaron and Jordan. Bring it on! Turn that shit up!
Welcome to another episode of No Objective Gaming. This is episode 42, dude. 42, man. We're getting close to our year anniversary, man.
42. We are, yeah.
We should talk a bit about that first. But first, I'm Aaron. We've got Colin here.
How you going?
The mad
Yeah,
dog.
I'm Skeet, boss dog over here. Forgets everything. Gets his mates to build his computer.
Yeah. That was good, but
That's me. It was good.
But,
It was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun watching you do it.
Yeah,
I was like,
hey,
hey,
that's why
man.
we're
Out of
late
the
today.
way.
Most of you guys that are from America are probably asleep right now, and you might catch it up on the past broadcast.
No, actually, this is a good time for America.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know when I get off, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon
it's-
for some guys. And that's at
Depends on
6:30.
where.
Yeah,
but
fair
like
enough.
Buffalo's online now.
Yeah, Buffalo stays up to like 3 in the morning, but
That's
Buffalo's
true.
a king,
It's probably
man.
late for them. But, you know, it's Friday night there.
Yeah, true.
Come on. What?
Might be
I'm up to
partying
1
that-
o'clock on Friday
Yeah,
night.
They don't
all the
wanna
games
go
are
out.
on. That's
Yeah.
it. Friday
That's
night's
Friday
game night.
nights. The rest of the family can go fuck itself. I'm going to the computer room and
with McKFC.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And you should see Colin's set up downstairs now. He's got the hole under the
Done.
house.
Got the fridge.
Yeah.
Got the couch.
A fridge.
Yeah.
Got all the electronics all plugged in. All the net, cable. Bang.
See, if I had a fridge in there, I'd just fill it full of soft drink, and I'd just turn into my teeth would just rot away.
well,
It'd just be so bad.
fill it up with water then.
That's not fun. who does that? That's so
I
friggin'
do. It's all right.
yeah. Too much water. Water's boring.
Nah, beer.
Water's alright, but it's boring. You gotta get like, come on,
Spirits.
mother. When are you gonna sponsor this podcast?
Oh,
or Red Bull, or I don't give a shit who it is. If it's Monster or even Monster, that's
That's
shitty.
what my fridge will be filled with.
yeah, I don't know. Monsters a bit, yeah. I don't know.
But
It's
man,
yuck.
you can't say that because then they'll never sponsor us.
I don't care. They're gone. I don't want them.
I'll take it.
I'm done.
I don't want them.
Doesn't
I hate
matter.
'em. No, anyway. What have you been playing this week, Jordan?
Chrono Trigger. Did a
Yep.
bit more of that yesterday. Did some more Overwatch. It was sad to get placed back in gold. They shafted me. Podfiles is
Lost Podfiles.
streaming.
How you going?
He's
What's up?
streaming and watching us. What a machine.
Dude, you're king. What are you streaming right now, dude? We'll give you a shout out.
What else have I been playing? BioShock. Smashing that out.
Which one?
Nice.
The first one.
First one. All the way back.
It's so good. This is the beginning of the game snobbery. First game I'm playing for game snobbery. So, Colin, in case you didn't know, I'm doing all the best games of all time because I have this like running fight with Scuba about movies.
Right.
So, like, I love the best movies ever. Like, and I love the movies that are rated really well.
Okay, hang on. What are the best movies ever?
So, like, The Godfather, Shawshank Redemption,
Right. Conan the Barbarian.
Inception.
Conan the Barbarian.
Not that.
No, that is Colin's jam.
That is my
Inception.
number one.
Oh,
Love
that's-
that movie.
So anything that's like, you go on IMDb top 250. I like most of those movies, right?
Yep.
Anyway, he hates. We had this joke that he hates Arrival.
I
Have
haven't
you
seen Arrival, no.
Half of it. It wasn't my thing.
Yeah, well, there you go. All
But
right,
I
so
hated it.
he reckons it was shit. He reckons it was like so predictable. He wrote it off, and we have this running joke that he's wrong, and he reckons I'm wrong, but he's actually wrong.
He's actually
And yeah, so I've decided because I'm a movie snob, I won't see anything that isn't like, I won't waste my money or time on something that doesn't like get good reviews and good ratings. I'm doing that for games now. So all the
Okay.
games I'm going to stream.
But it's good. He's playing some of the classic RPG games that he would have been
Yeah,
like, no,
well, see, I'm
that's
playing
yuck.
Chrono Trigger,
Yeah.
so I would never play. I would never play a JRPG, but I was like, I'm going to do it. And then I started, and I'm like, this is awesome. I just got to the part in there where you get out of that first area and you go and you get your magic. You know where you go to that weird area? It's like out of time.
Yep.
And you go and get your magic from that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, from in that zone, and you can travel through all the different
Yeah,
timelines
that's where I
from
got
that
to.
one
I
place. Yeah, I know where
finished
you are.
that. So
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It's sick, but yeah. So that's Bioshock.
The song
and that.
in that place is unreal.
Can't remember it.
Yeah.
Well, I loved Bioshock. I
Oh,
think that's still.
I just did the Sander Cohen bit. Do you remember Sander
Yep.
Cohen? I didn't remember it until I started, and I'm like, and I remember I was Googling just to see how far through the game I was, and all the people, like all the talk about that part was like, it's the best part of the whole game.
Oh, wow.
The Sander Cohen segment is like, you're in that big theater area,
Yep.
and with all the different areas, there's like a gambling section, then Poseidon Plaza, and I'm like, and he is batshit insane. And I picked up an audio log on the stream the other day, and he's talking about the bunny song, and he's like, "This is the bunny song."
What is the bunny song?
And he's
dude?
just like yells into this thing. He's like, and then I wondered why I can't rip the ears off.
Yep.
Why I can't. And I'm like, and it's just so amazing. And then he cracks it. The third time you drop in one of the pictures of the dead guys, he cracks the shits, and he sends all the splices after you. And the music playing is that na 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 na, and you're just murdering people.
Yep.
It is one of the most amazing parts of a game because it's so like contrasting.
I think that game just flows like one of the best games I've ever seen.
God, yeah.
Flow the way it does, like from start to finish, it's just like this real good immersive. And everything's beautiful.
It's hard
and
too.
the world is lovely, and what you're
yeah.
doing is just insane.
And you're like,
Man.
what is happening?
I've never played it, so I wouldn't know.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. I played Bioshock 2 and put it right back in the
It's
shelf.
not.
Never touched it.
It's not as good, but I swear I will play that because I've never finished it.
What about Infinite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game is one of my favorite. Like it's just probably just behind Last of Us
Yeah.
for me. And in terms of story, and in this that I actually liked Columbia more than I liked Rapture.
Really?
Yeah, I liked the up in the sky with the weird ships and stuff and jumping from ship to ship. I was like,
Yeah.
Rapture's cool. Like underwater's is sick.
See, Rapture captures it. Rapture's got, you don't need the zip wires, you don't need all the, it was just sort of,
I guess, yeah.
the world is a lot better because it's made of its own. Like Infinite, I find it plays on that zipline gimmick a bit and all of that high-rise stuff. And I mean, I really enjoyed the game, but I just think it was, they were trying with all the stuff.
I think it worked really. I think it worked really well, but I still think that the cool stuff about the first one is that I didn't recognize when I first played it back in 2009 probably.
Yeah.
What was that? That you
Sounds
playing?
familiar.
That's probably when I played it. Whether or not it came
yeah.
out then is a different story. But is that it's got like all these like messages about politics because it's Rapture is a place where people escaped to like this anarchist libertarian sort of area where no one pays taxes and no one like why should I? It's like Andrew Ryan's stuff's playing over the PA and when you pick up the audio logs, he's like, why should you, the citizen who works hard, pay for the poor man who ruins his life? You know, all those libertarian talking points, and I was like, this is fucking like I understand all that now, whereas I didn't when I was younger. Yeah, and I'm like, this is awesome. It's and I as I keep playing it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be sad when I'm done. So because I can't, and a good thing is I can't remember the twist. I can't remember it. So I'm like, it's good. I'm looking forward to getting towards it. I'm just up to getting to Andrew Ryan in that game. So anyway, let's. What have you been playing, Aaron?
I got a confession of a weeaboo, man. I went back.
What?
Yep.
Oh, I know this. Yeah, you told me.
I went back to Persona 4, man. I started playing that game and I just embraced the dating sim. That's what I did. It's a dating sim, and once you realize that it's a dating sim, it gets better.
No.
You just have to go hang out with your mates at school and go join a soccer club, and that's what I've done. I've joined a soccer club. I've joined the music band. And I'm just being nice to everyone, and I'm building up my personas.
What do you reckon it is about that Japanese culture that makes them want to make games like that?
I don't have a clue.
Like where you basically live another life, and
because
you do.
they don't.
Is it just? Is it not possible to do that in
because
Japan?
they don't live a life.
They don't live a life, so they play a game about living a life.
That's what I'm like. Is there something to do with that side of it?
Has to
It's
be.
really interesting, but anyway.
Yeah,
That's all you played? No, you played South Park.
No, and I played South Park as well. So I think I'm a bit over halfway in that game.
Yep.
I need to pump out a few more hours into it to catch up to my schedule because I did say I'm going to be playing Dark Souls next week, and Colin said I'm crazy for doing that.
Yeah.
Have you done it? You played it?
Yep.
You finished it?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
too
you
hard.
hated it, yeah.
Oh.
It's not that it's hard. It's the repetition. It's the learn a path and keep going and then do it again.
Doesn't sound
and
like
die.
fun to me.
Yeah, it's just that repetition got to me, and
And what, you've got to get used to just dying. That's it.
Yeah, you just embrace the death. If you can do that, you're fine. But then you got to deal with the repetition. So everything is from point A to point B to where you want to go. You literally have to learn the pattern, and then once you figure that out, you're sweet. But then you got to learn the pattern of the boss. So then you got to, and then everything is a pattern. It's just you learn that pattern, then go to the next point, learn that pattern, then get to the next point, then learn that pattern, and then lose concentration and die to something stupid that you already know, and then start again. Oh, Jesus!
Sounds
And I know the maps are convoluted and a mess, and it's all like you just have to remember because you don't have a map at all. You just have to remember in your mind.
Yeah,
That
that sounds
I
worse
really
than-
wanted to get into.
That sounds worse than fucking Overwatch competitive, man. Like that would trigger me worse than that.
He's totally triggered.
I didn't.
But-
Just didn't get it.
All the guys are just like, when are you playing it? Because I'll be there for it.
Sweet.
I'm like,
Well,
okay, all right.
Seems like there's a lot of outcry for it, so may as well do
Watch
it.
me die and get pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm still way behind in all your streams. I want to watch them because I like you're playing a lot of games I would want to watch as well. So I'll catch up on South Park, and then I'm going to watch Dark Souls for sure because I've never experienced that game. So
I'm going through Dark Souls 2 because apparently that's the best one to start on for beginners because apparently it's the easiest, I guess. I don't know.
But then you're really
Yeah,
I
not
don't know.
playing Dark Souls.
If
Yeah.
you're playing Dark Souls because you're playing the easiest one, you're not really capturing it. The
No.
first one is the best one. Everyone that I know that's played it and finished it, they always say
they all
first
say
one is the
Dark
best.
Souls 2 is the worst.
Yeah.
But I've got Dark Souls 1 as well. I've actually owned it twice. I own it on Xbox 360 and PS3, so I don't know which one I'm going to play it on yet.
It's just punishing.
Yeah.
I mean, people love that sort of stuff.
And then I'm thinking about getting Demon Souls as well. The original.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm planning to make this the end of my life.
Yep.
Just doing this. I'll be...
Get Dark Souls 1, and then that's where you start.
Yeah, I could do that. But I've already said I'll do Dark Souls 2, so...
I think
I'm
the people
scared,
who were
I'm
there for
Shit, I don't know what
the
to
people
do.
who were there for 2 will be there for 1.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, yeah, it should be fun. But South Park, you got to wait until next week to hear what I think about
next
that game,
week is
so-
the review episode.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. But
I feel dirty.
yeah, I feel dirty, especially after the stripper scene. That was unreal. I was playing it, and then one of the guys in chat, Drip Dry, he's a subscriber. He's like, "Man, I'm watching this at work. I don't know if this is safe for work."
Yeah,
I'm like,
I've-
true.
I've watched a few videos on my phone on the bus, and like some of the videos I watch, they at the end of the video they look up Rule 34. It's all blurred through YouTube, obviously, but like you can still see what's going on. And I'm like, if anyone looks at my phone, they'll be like, they'll think I'm looking at porn on the bus, like drawings of porn. They'll think I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm like, I'm not. I am a weirdo, but I'm not that much of a
Not that
weirdo.
much of a
Bus porn
weirdo.
No, it's right.
Bus porn. Yeah, imagine that. That's like a bus wank. It'd be a bit
That's
odd.
right. Fuck yeah, whip it out. All right.
Oh, what about you, dude? What have you been playing? Tell us all about it.
Well,
He's got something cool this week.
Yeah, I've got the new Xbox One.
Yeah.
And I've been playing Shadow of War and Forza 7, and I've gone back. I've played KOTOR, and I've played Fable, and I just did the Crimson Skies one. So
Yeah, that's
trying to
right.
smash everything,
Crimson Skies. What's that?
which is an old Xbox One game.
See, I never played it before as well
very-
until last night.
Yeah.
He showed
What
me
is it? What sort of game is it?
It's airplane sim.
Yeah.
So you're flying around an airplane, and you're an airplane pirate, and you steal
Pirate.
planes.
You're an
Yeah.
airplane pirate.
It's sort of like a
Sky Pirate.
Yeah, it's sort of like Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow sort of deal with the Zeppelins, and you fly your plane into the Zeppelin. That's your storage area. You
Yep.
collect planes. You
Holy
fly different planes
fuck,
out
that
everywhere.
sounds awesome.
It's a good game. It's still one of my favorites.
And it looks all right on the Xbox One X.
They shined it up real good because it
It's
did
got all those
From
crispy...
2 generations
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
It's got all that shimmer, man. All that shimmer.
So I've been kind of busy.
No, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. Well, I guess you all guys know what we've been playing. So, guys, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at No Objective Gaming, Twitter at No Objective Game, Twitch at No Objective Gaming AU, YouTube at No Objective Gaming as well. And we've got Instagram at No Objective Gaming. Our Discord server's been going off lately. And if you want to join that,
Yeah.
we've got lots of links everywhere. We've got them on our social media accounts.
Got
and
'em on the
underneath
Twitch page.
The Twitch page. So,
My most annoying Discord.
yeah, it goes off. Yeah.
Dude, you got
Ding
to turn those alerts off.
Alerts are
That's
off.
how fucking crazy that thing is. And then sometimes you'll be like, what's happening? What are they talking about? I'll
go-
get on and I'll be like, there's like pages I've missed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this conversation? Oh, it's fucking
It's good fun,
ridiculous.
though.
Yeah.
Work backwards on that.
And then
Yeah.
all the other channels are dead. Just no objective chat.
Yeah, that's it.
where we talk about everything.
We ask people to give us content for the podcast, but no one does. They just want to speak shit in the
It's
Discord
fine.
chat.
We have good content for this. We've been coming up with some ideas. But I think we've got a subscription-only chat in there now. So if you do become a subscriber...
Yeah, let us know and we'll chuck you in that channel. Or if you give us a donation of any kind. you'll be in
Yeah,
there, so-
donations and stuff. It's fine. It's just supporters, basically. It's
Yeah.
not subscriber only.
And but we haven't got much in there. You have first pick on what we play
Yep.
and what we do for the podcast. So
So I'm doing Zelda after...
yeah, he's doing Ocarina of Time and I can't believe this
Yes.
guy's doing it. Yeah.
Never ever played it.
Oh man, you're in for a treat.
What you should do, man, is you should go online and buy the USB version of the 64 controller. I think they're $13, but I think you'll have an easier time emulating that game if you did that.
But I'm doing it through the 3DS.
Oh, you're doing it through the 3DS emulator? Okay. It's all right, I've got it. We're backing up this game. I'm taking it back up and giving it to Jordan, so it's not pirating.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But no, yeah. Anyways.
Water Temple.
Yeah.
I love it.
Water Temple?
Water Temple's the best.
Yeah, I did like Majora's Mask when you can turn into the Zoras.
It was
And
a lot
you-
easier.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
this,
Oh, hell
what is
yeah.
this conversation?
You'll
You'll know. You'll find out.
It's all right.
He is playing the best game of all time.
Yeah, supposedly. See, I'm starting at the top.
It is my favorite.
All right.
Start at the bottom.
Man, I actually missed one of the major content segments this week was the new games. I didn't even get it.
What? This motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just
That's right. Improvise.
Yeah, we're improvising.
I'll tell you what came out this week.
What happened.
Fuck all. There you go. Congratulations.
I think...
still playing Destiny.
No. And me and everyone else stopped
I'm
playing
playing.
Destiny.
On the PC.
There's only
Switched
people on
over.
PC now.
Yep. Switched
And
over.
then the console fanboys who can't let it go
Can't let it go. Just drop it.
because there's nothing else to play.
Better on PC anyway.
Man, I can't find anything that tags that.
Oh.
Yeah, keep talking. I'll find it eventually.
Oh, yeah. So,
You guys suck.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna, you're the
Jesus.
man. I'm the guest. What are you talking about?
what are you looking for? Just this week in games? Kotaku?
They
Pretty
take
sure
everything.
it'll be there. It's there, mate. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything that came out this week that I could even think of.
Xbox One.
Yeah, just the
That's
release
it.
of the console. But games wise,
Games, nothing.
There was a few.
there was? Like what?
You just have to wait.
Do I have to wait?
We're waiting.
There
Yeah.
you go.
X
All right.
marks the box. Here we go. What do we got? We got Sonic Forces. That was a big one. Everyone's going on about Sonic game.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
It's a few
Sonic
people.
Sucks dick.
Hands of Fate 2. I've seen a lot of people playing that. It's a new card game.
Again, who cares?
Yep. Deer Hunter Reloaded.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Need for Speed. Yeah, that one
There's
came out.
another
Oh,
Need for
yeah.
Speed.
yes.
Need
I've
for
heard
Speed.
about the
Payback.
Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Look at that comment on there. I kind of wish they'd remaster the older ones though, like Underground.
So they
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be
They
good?
should.
Oh, and then keep the same soundtrack.
Keep the
and
same
all that
soundtrack.
shit.
And then we got
Fuck.
the Doom version for Switch. That's good.
You're
That
saying
came out.
it's good, but
Yeah.
man,
Man, you haven't played the Doom, have you?
no, but like
Yeah.
Switch, like
The
oh,
Switch
it came out on
version, yeah.
Switch.
And
Yeah.
this is the big one
Oh
down
yeah,
the bottom.
of course.
I told you there was some big games, man.
I knew this. but I
Horizon Zero
forgot.
Dawn, the Frozen Wilds DLC came out, or the expansion, whatever you want to call it. It's more of an expansion, not a DLC.
Should you care? Undoubtedly.
Yeah, you definitely should.
So yeah, I was looking at that by the way as well. The Game of the Year edition's coming out early December, and it's $70 retailing. So
That's awesome.
That's
Do
not
it.
too bad. I was thinking of just getting this, like, and then buying the expansion online. You know,
Oh, okay.
So I'd pay $30 for the game from someone off Gumtree, and then $30 for this,
And then it'll be 60
and
bucks.
it'd be $60. And I'm like, well, I'll just see. I'm like, but I could just get the Game of the Year edition and just be done with it.
All done.
Yeah. Super Lucky's Tale came out. I don't know. I'm not into it. It's a platformer game.
Yep.
But Neo Complete Edition finally came out on PC. Now, it's unreal. This game got awesome reviews when it came out at the beginning of this year. I want to play it so bad. It's like Bloodborne and Dark Souls. It's not one of those
I've only heard
crazy
good things
things.
about it.
Yeah.
Have
And
you
it's
got
good.
it? Did you end up buying it?
No, I'm trying to find a cheap version, but
Oh, yeah.
it's one of those games that's just not going down in value, and I have to fork out. Got to stop being a Jew.
Lost Pod Files. Lost Pod Files said, I am a supporter and he wants me to wear more shirts.
Yeah, no
Stop
more
wearing-
singlets on
Stop
stream.
wearing
Jordan.
singlets on stream. I can't help it, man. It's really hot in my room.
No one wants to see your hairy
I
shoulders.
wore a shirt last night. Just had no sleeves.
I got Farming Simulator. Yes,
Simulator.
came out on the Switch.
How
That's
great
pretty
are
cool.
games.
Yeah.
Card games and farming.
Can we
simulators.
move on
I
from
cannot
this?
believe
I
how
don't
much
wanna-
comes out in a week. You know?
I don't
Like,
want to. I don't want to
Cartoon
read any more of
Network
these games.
Battle Crashes came
Fuck
out.
this
on
off.
Switch.
I don't care about any of this. Close this fucking window. This is shit. It's
Hey.
done. After we got to Frozen Wilds, that's it. It's
No.
done.
When
Neo
I get home
was good.
from my job, I just want to plow a field,
Yeah.
plant some stuff.
Yeah. Apparently, it's hardcore. The simulator, the
couldn't care
farming.
less.
Hardcore farming.
Oh, hardcore
Hardcore
farming. It's nuts.
It's real life.
Yeah. It's not like
Sit at home. With
it's not like
straw in your mouth.
SimCity. It's like you actually have to
Close
get
the
on
window. That's enough now.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad, was it?
It was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure it was. But anyway, you know what time it is. We're going to get into.
You know what time it is.
You know. Everyone knows. It's time for the
Everybody
gaming
knows.
news.
This is a no objective gaming news update.
It's still open, man. No, it's not really.
Yeah, fuck. I'll fucking kill you. I'll throw my can at you. There's still a bit in it to make it heavy.
All right. Well, this guy, Ryan, this Japanese bloke. It's always Japanese guys doing crazy things like this. But he's selling, or he's actually sold on Twitter. He's a user. His name is Knight Miyaba. Anameyabia. It's a friggin' Japanese names. But anyway, he decided to sell his most loved Blue Eyes White Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But these weren't just any old cards. These were the originals from the some rare promo cards that came out in the Jump Fiesta. And they would sell for thousands of dollars each, right, these cards. And he sold them to put his daughter through preschool. And he actually posted some photos on what do you call it, Twitter.
Wait,
Yeah.
preschool?
Preschool. Yeah. So
What if he's going to need some more Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
yeah, he needs some more. But look at that dollars, man. Look at all that yen,
That
man.
is a significant.
So they reckon
yens.
each one of those is $100, basically, the yen there. So we'll chuck it up
Whoa.
on stream. Each paper, all that paper, yo.
That paper.
Just for those cards.
Just how many did he sell?
I don't know. He sold like 5, I think it was.
Fair enough.
But crazy, hey? It's incredible that
What's he going to
cards go for this. Yeah, I don't know. He's still got all his other Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He said he's got another photos on there with his daughter playing Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Down here. There she is. She's playing with all his other crap common Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But yeah.
Yeah, it's never quite as good as the show, though, is it?
No.
I didn't get no monsters coming out and
No.
battling.
No. It's nowhere near as good as that, is it?
Activated my trap card. I didn't watch that one. That was just after the Dragon Ball Z era. They sort of put that on afterwards, and
Yeah.
I wasn't watching.
Yeah,
it
I
anymore.
wasn't. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh. I wasn't into it.
No, it's not my thing.
Boo earns. Moving on.
This week, Telltale, they laid off about 90 people from their company. It was 25% of their whole company they laid off in
Oh, they
one
made
day.
them redundant.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So basically, he said he's doing it basically to move forward in the company and reorientate everyone and make less games and with better games, basically. So he's not going to make the Telltale aren't going to be making heaps of games anymore. They're going to be making a few every now and then, but they're going to be more high quality. That's
Okay.
what they're.
What ones were they making?
So they made all the Batmans, the
Walking Dead.
Game
Game of Thrones.
of Thrones. Yeah, they also did the Guardians of the Galaxy.
They're doing a season 2
Yeah.
of Wolf Among Us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's heaps of games coming out.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's right.
Because Walking
they
Dead
might-
finishes next year. That's the last season of
Yep.
Walking Dead.
Finally.
Yeah. So that's what, season 4?
Did you play any of those Telltale ones?
Yeah, I've done.
He's done all of them. I haven't done. I've done Wolf Among Us.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've done
yeah.
Walking Dead.
They did Borderlands as well.
Borderlands.
Yeah. They've been pumping out
that
heaps,
is
man.
so good. It's so good.
Really?
Yes, it's way better than you'd expect.
Really?
Like I was like, why would I care about the Borderlands world? And then you go, it's awesome.
the Minecraft one was a letdown. That was real bad.
I just want Borderlands 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah.
all I want.
That's gonna be
But that's a massive layoff to get rid of 25% of your company in one day.
it
Just
is.
make them redundant.
Oh
Alright.
my God,
Yeah.
Lineage.
Yes. So this is the next piece of news. Lineage.
Lineage.
Lineage, right? Internal. This is-
Lineage.
Lineage.
They announced this lineage.
San Diego.
They announced this lineage internal in 2011, right? But basically, they did a whole redesign and changed the name at the moment. The name's just a generic name they've got. But what did they call it? It was something like TL. That's what it is. Project TL. That's what
Means
they've called
the
it.
lineage.
Yeah. But anyway, we can watch the trailer. It looks pretty cool. It's a new MMO. It's all done in Unreal 4 engine. So that's pretty awesome. I actually saw the trailer and was like, holy crap, this looks awesome. But I'll get all the levels and stuff. But missed the stream again, guys. It may jitter, but just bear with it because we are working on some stuff.
Working on getting them videos working.
Yeah, because the CPU just ramps up, but it might be all right today. Who knows? But let's have a look.
50-50.
Yeah. 50-50, all right. Yeah, it's jittering a little bit, but we can watch it ourselves. But Colin might like it as well because he's a big MMO guy as well, aren't you,
Yeah,
mate?
my mate sent me the video link.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks cool, man. I like the fighting on the back of the horse, dude, with 2 people on the horse. That looks incredible.
When did the first one come out?
Oh, ages ago,
I know, it's
man.
one of those old.
Yeah, old Korean MMOs, yeah.
Oh, it's a Korean one.
I tried to play it, but servers were too janky for me back in the days. Like,
I played Rift instead, probably around that time, right?
yeah, oh, well, Lineage came out before then too, so.
Rift.
Yeah. Rift was fun.
Rift was fun, but they gave you everything.
Yeah, they did. But if the graphics look like this, it should be really good.
This probably isn't in-game, you reckon?
I don't know, probably not. This is probably a cinematic. They probably still haven't had
Whoa,
much.
titties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
But they show some fighting coming up soon, and it looks really good. I still don't know if it's in-game.
This doesn't seem like it is.
That's not, no way. But this part.
Yeah, that might be in-game. Kind of looks like Diablo.
It does, but yeah, I don't know. It's I'm not too sure. Because it's still questionable because they didn't give a release date or anything. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Mage.
Mage looks cool.
Interesting. Wow, look at all those fucking things behind it. And they all ran off the edge.
Yeah. See, this is why I was like liking it. I was like, this actually looks pretty damn cool.
I guess my question with every MMO is how much are they going to stick with for it, and then how much are they going to want every month?
Yeah, exactly. And they did always have a monthly subscription for Lineage as well. So there we go. Look at that. Now that's
Wonder how much
cinematic.
of this will actually be in the game.
And I don't think any of it will be.
Yeah.
I think this is just to hype people up.
It's always like a too good to be true thing, you know, with this stuff.
Always top level stuff. Here we go. This is the best year ever.
This is the part I like the most on the horse, and she's just shooting him with the arrow. That looks unreal. Very Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, they're elves, so yeah.
Yeah.
Under the tallest tower.
But yeah, anyways, that's that. It's definitely jittering on stream, but oh well.
It looks good.
Yeah, looks cool.
I mean, again, I don't know. It might look Diablo-ish.
Big Papa Synth.
Has
What's
he
going
jumped in?
on, dude?
How you going? Big Papa
Rectify's
Synth?
here.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
where you
Everyone's
been? I haven't seen Rectify in ages.
Rectiffy.
That's right. Oh, Rectiffy. You,
Yeah,
you Gumby. How you going, dude?
Anyways, yeah, we was checking out the new Lineage game that they announced, but still no release date, so we got to wait for that. This is a bit weird. So this it's not really weird, but anyway, this co-host from the Winning Agenda podcast from Melbourne, he actually won the world championship to the Netrunner LCG card game, dude. Won it, man. That's huge. He flew overseas to win the world championships.
At
Well done.
probably the Worlds for Fantasy Flight Worlds.
Yeah, that's crazy. Good on him, man. That's hard. Right, Jordan was playing the Fantasy Flight, Star Wars game,
I was
weren't you?
playing all their games. I always played Star Wars LCG back in the day. I went to Nationals for that.
Yeah.
Came
Came eighth.
third.
Oh, he came third, was it?
Third.
Wow.
Selling him short on the
Yeah, I
eight.
did. I eighth.
Came
And then that's
third,
what,
and
yeah.
then I played Destiny for a bit, but then I played X-Wing. I played fucking all their games, man. They're a fucking phenomenal company.
Oh, he's been busy.
Great.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
haven't seen Peppercorn Pumpkin Puss in a while.
Is
She
this-
pops in every now and then. She's not.
Is that
she's
South
not
Park
really.
related?
No. This is pitchiness from our channel. So she jumps in every now and then. But
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
All right then.
she's from Germany, dude. So
Jamming.
jamming. Yeah. So yeah, good on him.
Deutschland.
That would boost his podcast like mad. The Winning Agenda podcast. Go check it out, I guess.
Nice.
If you're into any LCG type games or
Yeah, I'm not sure what they do,
TCGs,
but that's cool.
yeah, good on him. If anyone has that weird urge to play Watch Dogs 1 on
No
PC.
one in the world.
No one does, but Ubisoft are giving away for free
That's why.
up until the 14th of November. So they're still cutting it off. They're
I
not
won't
giving away
take the
for
hard.
free.
You won't fill my hard drive with that. I won't let my hard drive be stained.
Yeah,
with
I just
that.
said at the end, I'm like, I won't even take this game for free.
Do you remember when Thief was being announced, the remake of Thief? That was a massive.
And then
Like
it
people
flopped on
loved
its
that
ass.
game.
Yeah.
People fucking loved that game. The Thief 2, I think it was, on PC back when it was around. I never played it. I was a bit too young because it's pretty old. And then they went, we're doing Thief again. And I was like, oh, crap, that's cool. And it was awful.
Yep.
It was bad.
Apparently, it was just shithouse.
Dude, I didn't even
And it's everywhere. Pre-owned copies of it everywhere. And
It just wasn't the same. It
No.
just wasn't the same.
Oh, Drip Dry's here too. How you going, man?
What's up, dude?
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. But anyway, this is news for
Drip
Jordan.
Dry, that's
right?
Colin, man. He's here to tell us why we should buy an Xbox One X.
Well, yeah. Why not? Let's go.
Maybe.
Oh, Big Bubba Synth, he just said, nah, both of them were bad. They weren't worth playing. He bought them both.
Yes, Thief as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So, anyway, this is for Jordan. This is BlizzCon news. So it was technically last week's news, but it was just before
I got
our
more
podcast.
Overwatch news as well about that. I forgot
Yeah.
to mention stuff
Well,
last
we'll
week.
talk
but
about all
yeah.
of this stuff today. They announced the 12 teams, which are going to be in America for this Overwatch, whatever league they're talking about.
Yeah, Overwatch League, yep.
So yeah, they got the London Spitfires and Seoul whatever.
Seoul
Yeah, you can
from South Korea.
say Philadelphia Fusion. So it's kind of like, I don't know, there's like 13 teams here, but they said there was 12, so I don't know why.
Is that
there's
team getting hit by a car on Oasis, is that actually a team or is that a troll team?
It's probably a troll team, yeah.
Because that's a meme in the game.
Yeah, that's just, I just took a list from the whole thing. So
I think
yeah,
that must be a
That's a
meme.
troll team. But anyway, they got these are bonuses. They're the prices they get for, like, say if the team wins first, their team gets a bonus, and on top of their 50K a year they get for being part of the Overwatch League. And so you're getting 300 US a year for first place. You get second place, it's 200, and just keeps going down from there, all the way down to 25,000 for 12th place.
Still worth it.
Yeah, still worth it. But then this is the championship, so that's only the regulars. And the championship, the winning team gets 1 million, and that's the world championship. Runner up gets 400,000,
Fuck.
and third and fourth place get an extra 100,000 on top. So this is going to be crazy, man.
I'm going to watch all
Yeah.
of that.
You're going to watch all of it, yeah?
I am going to watch all of it.
All of
I haven't
it?
picked a team yet.
Oh, dude, yeah, because I
There's
guess
no
you got to pick him.
Australian team, I don't think.
No,
Go back up.
I'll pick up New York City and do that. That'd be
Pick up.
awesome.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, man. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah,
San
maybe
Fran?
New York.
Dallas.
Because,
Yes.
yeah, I reckon New York's probably the way to go. Hey.
Yeah. New York.
Yeah, that's sick.
But anyway, the first game's going to be played through the 6th to the 9th of December at the LA Arena. So it's going to be awesome.
Sweet.
Going to be right into
So
it.
there was also news that there's a new character got announced for Overwatch.
Yep.
New healer.
Oh,
New
really?
Healer.
I did see that as well.
Yeah.
And Sonic lives in New York City too. How you going, man? But yeah.
Dude, hell yeah, I'll do it for you. I'll support them. Got to be at work at 8 a.m. Don't let them talk
Was she the one that was teleporting as well?
PC
That
till we
healer?
die. Drip dry, yeah. She can teleport,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's-
Moira. Moira's the new healer. She's a Talon. She's from the Talon group. And she like releases orbs, kind of like Zen, but the orbs are like as slow as Symmetra's orbs.
Yeah.
And they like, so one heals, so you push it through with your team. So you'd send it out and your team follows it and it heals them as it goes. Or you can throw out a damaging one that does the same thing, but it damages the other team. Also, she has like a Symmetra type beam weapon that like actually locks onto them and keeps damaging them. And that's how you build up resources. And then you spend your resources by shooting healing aura out of your hand.
Okay.
And then her ultimate is like a big Kamehameha beam.
That's cool.
Yeah, it heals and damages at the same time. So
unreal.
she looks really good. I'm definitely going to learn her as soon as she comes out because I'm like, I've got to be able to
You're
play.
a healer, man. That's
I'm
what
going to play all the
yeah.
supports. That's all I want to do.
Sonic reckons he bought an Xbox One X to play Call of Duty. World War II.
Call of
Nice.
Duty, shoot a man.
Oh, shoot a man. Okay. Not World War II, just shoot a man.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all Overwatch news there. That's pretty cool. I like that they've released a new character as well. And it's all for free. How good is that? The Blizzard do that,
Even
man.
better.
Yeah, new map
Yeah.
coming out as well, the Blizzard World, which is all going to have all the different games they made, like little sections, kind of like Disneyland, but like with different little parts of the map that have like StarCraft references, Diablo references,
That's unreal.
World of Warcraft references. Yep.
That's so cool,
Yeah.
man. All right, so this Grezzo company, right, this development house, they did the remakes for Zelda Ocarina of Time, and there's
Yep.
Majora's Mask, right? They've put out this job application form, like urgent job application form on their website saying they need programmers or designers. So here it is. It's emergency call. I had to translate this from Japanese to English, so I don't know if it's going to be good, but I don't know. Are they going to be working on a new Legend of Zelda remake, or are they going to be making another game? That's the thing. No one knows. They just said, oh, we've helped create things like Legend of Zelda and Ever Oasis, which was a game that came out this year on the 3DS. But yeah, I just wanted to chuck this question out because of this. Is there a Zelda you want to see remade other than the 3DS versions that are already done?
No, not really. I mean, if they're going to go back and do like a Link to the Past or something and make it new and make it like it is today, like I guess
Link to the Past would be cool, yeah.
That'd be all right. But
Yeah.
I mean, what are they just going to redo it?
I think they're just going to, yeah, I don't know if they're going to be doing a new one. I'm
Do we
thinking,
need one?
no.
Is there enough Zelda going on at the moment? I think there probably is.
There's only one that hasn't had a HD update, and that is the Twilight Princess. Oh, not Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword.
That's the only one. So I'd love to see that have controller support instead of just motion controls. Because the motion controls suck. I hate them.
Yeah, all right. But I mean, still, they just did Breath of the Wild. So Zelda's on a run.
It is.
Zelda's actually gone from being just really down, where everyone was like, oh,
it was all
just,
DS.
Yeah, this
like
is
you had the
garbage.
spirit tracks
Just
and all
brought out
that kind of
this new
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you just try and keep that roll going rather than bring out every other Zelda as well?
Yeah, Big Papa Synth said redo all Zeldas for a decent console. So I think he means like PS4 or Xbox or
Do
both.
it for the Switch or something like that, yeah.
Nah, well,
Nintendo's never going to give that up.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I mean. That'd be silly for them to do, to let that IP go to other consoles.
yeah.
Maybe for the redo.
No,
But-
no way.
No, they'll never do it.
Smart. They shouldn't do it.
Yeah, they shouldn't do it.
I want to play Skyward Sword more, but I hated the controls, man.
Yeah.
I was losing my mind at them. I was like, oh, this is yuck. But Twilight Princess HD remaster on the Wii U was actually pretty good. Had all controller support instead of the Wii motion controls, and you had to actually fight like this. The whole game, man. It was so bad. Bring Halo
Never
Master
did
Chief Collection to PC. Okay. And and Zelda to the PS5. What the hell, man? Stuff that.
Nah.
I don't think they'll ever do it.
Microsoft
Sonic?
won't give up
Nah.
on their console
Well, I don't know. They had Halo Wars on PC.
because
So,
Halo Wars is an RTS essentially. Which
Yeah,
plays
true.
better on a PC.
Well, they're supposedly going to give Halo. The next Halo should be coming out on PC.
what?
Yeah, cross-platform type stuff
Okay.
because they really want to push that as well.
Microsoft is going to do that.
That'd be nice, yeah. Nah. They'll never do it. They never would. They'll never put it to PS4, Xbox.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope.
No way. But anyway, I don't know. I think it's a long-winded thing, but I think Jordan's going to apply for the programming role. No.
Definitely know how to program. Definitely know what a programmer does.
Oh, yeah, you surely do. Anyways, I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do because they did a good job with the Ocarina of Time and the Majora's Mask. You'll be playing those editions, and they made them so much better. Link actually has a face instead of having like
Mud.
a pointy nose and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it
I
is.
got.
Well, anyway, this week Sony announced that they're adding new incentives for trophy hunters, right? So only in America, though. So all you Americans watching right now, like Big Papa Synth,
Congratulations.
Drip Dry, and Sonic, you guys will gain money for your trophies. So
What?
yeah, dude. So 100 silver trophies will give you 100 points. 25 gold will give you 250 points, and 10 platinums will give you 1,000. But every 1,000 points, you'll earn $10. So essentially, if you platinum 10 games, you'll get $10 on the PSN store.
That's fuck all.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's a lot of work to even get one platinum.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's crazy, yeah. And they didn't say anything about bronze trophies. So
Or you could get a job.
you could get a job.
Jeez.
I mean, if you're already playing the games, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, like you get them, but going out of your way for it. Miss Zero, what's up? GTA 5
So
ported
for you
to
to
the
move a
Switch.
bit closer to your mic.
Sorry.
Yeah, GTA 5 for the Switch. That would be a good thing for them, I reckon, if they could get Rockstar onto it. I'm not sure what Rockstar's stance on that would be, though. They did LA Noire, so
Yeah, true. Hey, Miss Zero, how you doing?
Yeah, they did Skyrim. They've done
yeah.
Doom.
They're the Lost Pod Files hugs, hey? Is that your new emote, dude? That's sick. Good on you. All the hugs. Everyone, chuck down the no objective emote that we've got at the moment. It's awesome.
Lost Pod Files is the only one who can do it.
And Drip Dry. We got Drip Dry
Oh,
here.
of course.
Yeah. So it's all good, man. Anyways,
Drippity drip.
drippity drip.
Drip.
Man, he does some sick beats, man, on his computer, Drip Jai.
I need to see this shit.
Yeah. All right, this week, Stardew Valley developers, they actually gave out some more news and information on their multiplayer mode that they're bringing out. So you'll be able to farm and cultivate your land with a mate. So for hours and hours on end.
Yay!
Miss Zero, thank you so much for the follow. Thanks for
thank
joining
you.
in.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently it was really good, Stardew Valley, but it's probably one of those Minecraft games where you get sucked in and you just blink and you go, what did I do with my life?
Don't worry, Sonic.
Wasted it.
Never-ending stuff.
Don't worry, Sonic. You don't have to sub. We're doing this just for fun.
Yeah.
We just appreciate anyone who does. It's all good. And we appreciate you being here regardless.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, man.
All right. So Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two. I didn't know this until I started reading more into it. So Take-Two are actually owned by Rockstar. They're like a parent company to them.
Wait, Take-Two owns Rockstar or the other way around?
It's a parent company for Rockstar.
So Take-Two owns Rockstar.
All right. Must be that then.
Well, you said Rockstar's parent company,
Yeah.
Take-Two.
Yep. Well, okay. Well, Take-Two is a parent company to Rockstar. Yep.
Sounds wrong, but
I don't think it's owning. I think it's backing.
Okay, backing, yeah. So that's what I thought, yeah, when
Okay.
I wrote that. But anyway, the CEO for that from Take-Two Interactive, he said they're going to be making microtransactions in every single game in the future. And they did this with GTA 5 as well because of Take-Two's influence on the GTA Online section.
yeah.
So everyone's kind of saying, are they going to put microtransactions in Red Dead Redemption 2?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
The online system for GTA 5 has a massive microtransaction. Like it's just flooded with microtransactions. But I still think the crux of that game and the amazing part of GTA Online is running around online in a city. You don't have to get microtransact to get all the cool things. Like
No, it just takes time, and they just minimize the time by buying currency.
Yeah. And
That's
like
all
you
they
can
do.
get the add-ons, you get the sick planes and shit. People buy it, man. Like
Yep.
I don't think it's that bad in that sense. Like it's the loot boxes and
I
things
just
that I
hope
still
they don't do
like.
it.
It's a slippery slope.
And I reckon they'll end up going there because get this, the CEO actually said they made 42% of their earnings for the last quarter was all to do with
Of
microtransactions.
course it is.
Yeah.
And this is where it's going to go downhill quick, is when you keep doing it, like we're the generation that has microtransactions sort of coming in.
Yeah.
So the next generation, they're the ones that are just going to look back and go, well, this is all it used to be. Now it's this, it's not that bad. So at the moment, we're like, yeah, buy a hat. Who cares? Buy a hat, buy a car, buy whatever. That's fine as long as it doesn't break the game. But eventually it's going to get to a point where their loot boxes and things like that, earn money to buy loot boxes, earn this and buy this, and it's just it just never ends. It's a never-ending sort of thing. And then they're still going to charge you $100 for a game, and then they're going to want you to buy all this other gear.
I think Big Papa Sin said, I like microtransactions as long as they don't make the game pay to win. I kind of agree with
And
that.
that's what they're doing with. Yeah.
And Sonic said the problem is when you finally have everything you could ever want in GTA 5, the game kind of feels done and not as fun anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is shortcuts with there, so long as that person with those shortcuts doesn't gain an advantage.
Yeah. And Colin was telling me all about the whole Battlefront 2 debacle last night about how they actually show you the items the guys have on them when they kill you in the game.
No, that's the Activision one.
That's the Activision one.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the new Activision one that they're trying to.
Oh, that's
they
the
got
Activision one.
they got
Okay.
the thing for.
Yeah.
And it was we'll show you. We'll put you in a game with people that have stuff, and basically you don't have that. So after you get absolutely squashed by these other people, it'll show you what they're using and then show you where to buy it.
To
which you buy it, and then they put you in games with people that don't have it. So it's constantly selling to people that don't have it.
It kind of already has that in some ways in those games where like Battlefield 1 tells you what gun they killed you with and sort of this layout, the setup of their kit. So it basically means that we can look at how they killed you and they one-shotted you. Fuck, how the fuck did he get me from there? He's using that sniper rifle? Fuck, I gotta unlock that shit.
Yep.
And it's like, I could grind all the way to it.
Or buy it.
Or buy a bunch of loot boxes and hopefully pull it out. And that is probably something that's going to happen in Battlefront 2.
Yeah, and that's not right.
No.
That is not right.
No.
That should not be allowed. That is absolute garbage. And
Thanks, Lost Pod Files.
See you later, dude.
See you, dude.
But and then with all the stuff, people are trying to fight it. People saying it's gambling. The Gaming Commission basically said it's not gambling because you know what you're getting. You've got a chance to win something, so it's not.
Oh, yeah.
You
So got
always
a chance
win
to win
something.
something. Yeah.
There is no way that isn't rigged. And then for them to keep doing it, and then they'll just bring out more stuff, and then more that is just buy a hat. Keep it at hats.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Everyone's happy.
Yeah,
Everyone was
Overwatch-
happy.
Overwatch for me has always done the good thing by people. Just sort of kept it like, look, you're just getting skins.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're just
so
getting
true.
bullshit.
That's
like
right.
you get them or you don't, and I still play the game regardless. I don't care if I never get any.
But and that's the way it should be. Who cares if that person has it? That's
Yeah.
awesome that he got it. He obviously
Doesn't
wanted it.
affect the game.
Not, if I don't get that, there's no way I'm going to beat these
Yeah.
people. And if the game is literally putting you in matches that you're bound to lose because they have it,
Yeah.
that is a joke.
So bad.
So Sonic just put one more thing in here. There's one thing that I have to say about microtransactions. If you're spending money to complete a game or rather gain things you would have gotten just from playing, why spend money on the game in the first place if you're barely going to actually play the game and just buy your way through it?
Because it seems to be all happening with these super shooters.
Yeah. It's a model for a
Yeah.
game at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For these quick turnaround first-person shooter games where the game lasts 20 minutes, that's where it seems to be the worst.
Big Papa said, you want a drinking game? Whenever, or so we do like, whenever I say the words SR or someone says, I'm going to go on a rant for a second
Yeah.
here.
Every time Jordan swears, that'll be if you want to get maggot.
Ooh,
Yeah.
geez, yeah, you get fucking blasted if it,
Yeah. You'll be in the toilet in 10 minutes.
All right.
All right, let's go back to the news anyway. Yeah, that's annoying news listening to that. Like,
Yeah.
just everyone microtransactions.
doing it.
It's pissing me off. But anyway, this week EA purchased the studio Respawn, which made Titanfall and were appointed to make the new Star Wars action game. They got bought out by EA, $455 million.
Goodbye to
Yeah.
Respawn.
Yeah.
They're going to be done in a year, closed down.
Yeah, well, like what they did to Visceral Games,
Yeah.
they canned them 2 weeks ago. Was that last week? I don't know.
The EA machine takes another one.
Yeah, that's so bad. I thought there was a thing in place in US policy where it's like you cannot buy out competition, but I don't know if that's a competition. It's just a pleb.
You probably
So-
can't buy out all competition.
Yeah,
So as long as they've got Blizzard, they're okay.
as long as they've got something.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
That's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
garbage.
I know. I don't like it. Anyway, IGN Poland was talking to CD Projekt Red CEO Adam, whatever his name,
Probably Kaczynski.
Yeah. Anyway, he was talking about another Witcher game. Is there going to be another one? And he said, not with Geralt. He's like, that trilogy is done. It's all over. That door is closed. But he said that the company will probably, most likely, return to the Witcher universe.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's
Of course
massive.
it is.
It's good.
And then they got to link it with Siri because that's
Oh, true, yeah.
who
probably.
I think is.
See,
yeah.
I just got up to the part where you play as her for the first time in Witcher 3
Yep.
when you're with the girl that follows you, and I was having more fun playing as her
And Geralt.
than Geralt because
No way.
she moves around. She has a dash. Her dodge move is like a dash, and she moves through
Yep.
characters. She doesn't actually do a dodge. She actually like materializes in different places. I was like, fuck. And she's fast. Her combat was way more fun
Yeah, but
than.
she's not a Witcher.
Oh, okay. I haven't finished.
She's not
it.
a Witcher. She
Yeah.
hasn't
Ah.
gone through the.
Okay, Big Papa Synth said there's a law where you cannot create a monopoly in your industry. So, yeah.
As long as they've got other people.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
all
there's
good.
all those laws that protect that stuff.
Yeah.
We have that here with news corporations as well.
And EA
Yeah.
will start their own other companies. They'll just give money to
Yeah.
other companies.
It's
Oh,
as
dude.
if there's
And then
not
buy them.
ways around them, but yeah.
That's garbage.
and then ruin their games. I'll
Oh.
never forgive them for freaking CNC. Never.
Oh, okay. See, Command and Conquer's gone for
Yeah.
good. Hey, that's been, yeah.
CNC4. Ugh.
Yuck. All right, well, that's it. So that's it for news this week.
News.
News done. But we're going to be talking about the new Xbox One X because the big man himself here, he's done the full upgrade. What's going on here?
Dude, fucking Scuba just put in Discord. He's
Yeah.
like, fuck. He's like, oh, I'm gonna miss the show because he's on the way home.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, don't remember you can play Minecraft in 4K.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Let's do more.
Oh, he's been going off this week.
Yeah, it's been. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, but anyway, you went and bought it. You
I
went and
did.
got a 4K TV as well.
Yeah, I was always going to do that
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
so
for
that
sure.
didn't really worry me.
Yeah,
we don't
well,
know. We don't have an opinion on Sonic Forces at the moment, Sonic.
I know. See, I told them there was a big deal and they all laughed at me.
Yeah, it's still Sonic.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not interested in Sonic.
Do you like collecting coins?
Yeah.
Do you like running fast? Then Sonic is the game for you.
Not for me.
Come on. Yeah. But Sonic's the Sonic man. You should see all Sonic's emotes. He's full of them.
I'm more of a Knuckles guy.
Dude, and I've got the Sonic game on the Dreamcast, man.
Do you remember
where
when you
get-
stacked them? Was that the one you're talking about?
I think it is that. I haven't
Yeah.
played it in years, but yeah. Sonic Adventures, is that the one? Yeah, I don't know.
No, Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles, yeah, it
You
is.
triggered
Put
Sonic.
in,
Yeah.
put the Knuckles in.
Said coins, I'm triggered. Yeah, you triggered it. That's right. He just needs to hear those words.
That's it.
But
Ding.
yeah, so I went over there and had a look at this console with him, and
All right, back to the Xbox.
Back to the Xbox. It's a pretty console, man.
So
Pretty-
what do you, yeah.
Did you want to make love to it?
I do.
All I said
I
when I
did.
saw this was, this is what they should have released.
This is
on
what
launch.
they promised. It's what they promised when they first released it.
It should have been that, because I was looking at it and I'm like, man, doesn't make a single noise. Like the fan in the Xbox One is pretty loud, but the Xbox One X fan, whoosh, quiet.
Mhm.
You can't even hear the disc spinning like you can in the PlayStation.
Can't hear the beeps.
Nothing. They've finally put a eject button that's actually a button, not
Yeah.
a sensor, so that's good.
Internal power supply.
Internal power supply, first time ever.
Still doesn't run hot.
It doesn't run hot. It's slim, it's sitting around a PlayStation 4 Pro
Oh, it's
thickness. Yeah,
it's heavy as a pound of bricks. But
yeah.
That's all right.
It's got a lot of stuff in there.
Not like you're
so-
going to pick it up all the time.
That's right.
So-
It's next to my TV. It's
Yeah.
happy days.
Big Papa Synth said he's going to be buying one in a month, so that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, I mean, if you've got a 4K TV, that's where it's going to be. You
Yeah.
win. If you don't, it's going to upscale, but I still like, you want the TV. You got to get the 4K. I mean, it looks amazingly good.
Panda Joe's here. Panda Joe's my grandmaster buddy from Overwatch.
Oh man, Grandmaster.
What's up, dude? Teach me your ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I watched Boogie 2988's video on this, and he was saying basically that he had a few positives to say. His negatives were sort of what I would have said. Plus, he added stuff I didn't know about. Like I didn't know about 4K and then the difference between 4K and 4K HDR.
So
Okay,
yeah, you gotta have a HDR TV
Gotta have
to
the
get that.
HDR.
That's what I mean. I was like, what? Anyway, so, and then also that not all developers want to do 4K updates.
No,
It
That's
only
gonna be
depends
a
if
lie.
it's big.
Look, when I would agree with that, but this looks amazing, and people go to what's amazing. They always look at the graphics, and this is the thing. It always happens that way.
Well,
Developers are going to start doing this 4K. 4K is going to be a thing because
it will be a thing.
They probably
What-
Probably not every game's going to get an update.
what
but the
they
big
need,
ones will.
this was already sort of foreshadowed with the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
because
that
they haven't done many.
they haven't
4K
done many
updates.
because the unit didn't sell well.
Yeah.
And so so the developers go, why would we do it for the small market?
Yeah.
So it will depend. Like, yes, I reckon it's important that they do this so that we can get the next generation of consoles there.
Yeah.
But if they don't sell well,
That's
they
right.
won't do it.
I totally agree with Sonic here as well. He said the 1 terabyte drive is quite small for the Xbox One X. It
Always
should have
small.
been a 2 terabyte because, as Colin said, the 4K updates are 100 gig each.
They're ridiculous. I mean, but that's what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get with a 4K.
Yeah,
And
you would. It's massive.
I've got an external plugged in as well, and I've had an external ever since I bought the 500 gig one. And I'm
dude,
like,
that filled up after what, 5 games?
yeah, that was
so
ridiculous.
bad. Yeah.
So, I mean, with the 1 terabyte hard drive, yes, it should have been bigger. I've already got the hard drive external, so it really wasn't.
But no, I'm not letting you off that easy.
it wasn't a problem for me.
Okay.
It wasn't a problem.
all right.
Is
So,
Jordan,
so
Judge
Colin,
Jordan
so
over
Colin, why do you like to eat kittens? That's what this podcast is. I'm coming
Why
after
do I
you.
like to eat kittens?
Why?
Tasty.
Why are you such a terrible person?
They're tasty.
No, what I was going to say was, you can't assess the quality of the console based on what you've got now. I have an external hard drive that has 1 terabyte. Excellent. You got 2 terabytes worth of storage. That's important. What you would actually criticize it on, or what you would address it on, is what the actual console. When I pay $650, what am I actually getting? If I need 2 terabytes, let's add that extra $100 price tag on it and go, actually, you kind of need to pay $750 to get the whole system going for the 15 or so games
Yep.
you've already got.
That's very true.
So that's what I
and
mean.
I was never going to let them off on it. It is a ridiculous thing that they put in
Yeah.
a small hard drive. Everyone knows what it is. Like
Yeah.
that, they put in a 1 terabyte hard drive. Do you want the 1 terabyte hard drive? No. Well, then go get the PS4 or a PC. Get whatever you want.
Yeah.
I liked Xbox. I've always been on Xbox. It's just what I do. I bought the first one day one, and it was. Well, let's see. When I got the 500 gig, I didn't fill it up instantly because I just sort of play what I like. I don't
Sonic's
really,
sort of saying what I'm saying there. He's saying, why would I have to buy another device to get the most out of what I bought in the first place?
Probably because I can't stack it all in there.
Yeah.
Well, a 2 terabyte hard drive is not bigger, not necessarily bigger.
No, of course not. And they
So-
should have. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next year they'll release a 2 terabyte
This
one
was
like
the-
they did with
yeah.
the
This was-
DS.
I
This
was
was
reading
my-
an article saying they reckon this generation's got about 2 years left in it until
Yeah.
they start developing games for a second
2 years
generation.
minimum.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, the PS5 will definitely be out before the Xbox, or should be.
I reckon it might be, yeah. I think they've got
that's-
enough
yeah.
money
The
behind
Xbox
them
would
to
be
start doing it.
stupid if they try to pump a early console out like they did with this one.
Yeah, they
'cause
should wait.
That'll be dumb.
So yeah, Sonic said, I honestly reckon he's right. You're not too much more for the extra terabyte.
And Papa Synth's with you, man. He's saying Xbox for the win. So
I don't. I don't mind. It's whatever
Yeah.
you like to play,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I agree that looking at it as a brand new console with a 1 terabyte, that's pretty lame. As I said, I've always had the extra hard drive, so it wasn't that big a deal for me. That wasn't my deal breaker. My deal breaker.
Well, what about the console as it stands on its own without
on its
your
own,
personal?
I mean, you got to fill it up super quick.
Yeah.
You are. It is. If you're going to play the 4K, wow,
So
that's a whopping download. It's going to
oh yeah, hell yeah.
eat everything up.
As far as I know, the price tag is extremely good for the power of the console.
Yeah.
Well-
Which is my next point is it worth it if you're going to play it in 4K? Hell yeah, that is amazing.
If that's what
looking stuff.
if that's what you want to do with the game, so if you're like, all right, I know these developers are going to make, obviously all the exclusives are going to get the updates.
Yeah.
So if you go, I want those, and I want to play them in 4K, then you would never go back. You would never go to a 1S or a 1.
Nah.
Like, you'd be crazy to go out and buy a brand new console and
One
not
S
get
does
that.
4K
Yeah.
as well, doesn't it? Or is that only
don't
the
think-
PS4
It doesn't
Slim?
do the.
I don't think so.
No, it does.
Oh, does it?
Does it?
Because I think you can play playback 4K for
Yeah. I
DVDs.
think of videos,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
videos,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
But-
it's not the HDR
Oh,
stuff.
okay, yeah. All right.
So
Yeah,
but,
you can't
I mean,
play games in 4K.
No.
It was only videos and stuff like that. but-
with the X, I mean, it looks incredible.
It does.
The games look incredible.
I would have
The
been happy if I
details are
bought
incredible.
this. Because I bought the Xbox day one. I got the day one
Yeah.
edition. And if I bought that on day one,
Yeah.
I would have been happy.
Yeah.
But I
So in
remember
a different universe,
Yeah, in
you
a
would be
different
happy.
unit, I would have been
Yeah.
happy, but I bought it and I was like, okay, this is cool. First thing I noticed was a loose screw, so I heard it tinging down my whole console, and I was like, all right, it's been made quick.
This is this is a foreshadowing of
Yeah.
something.
But you know what? In all honesty, I had no troubles with it. It worked well. But when all the exclusives started coming out on PS4, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
So
Why?
let's address the
Yeah.
elephant in the room.
It is. It's the exclusive problem at the moment.
The exclusivity problem.
Definitely.
That was the Boogie 2988's main criticism.
Yep.
And I can't get past that. That's why I probably, unless there's something coming out, because I'm in this position now doing this show with Aaron, and I'm putting money into gaming again. I never did this for the last 5 years of my life. I was like, oh, I'll just casually go along. Now I'm like, nah, getting sweet gear, upgrading computers. I want to go, man, I want to play all the best games. I want every opportunity to play them, so I'll get the console if I want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Well, if you like third party, they're going to play better on the X. They look
would,
better
yeah.
on the X. That's your third party. If you want your exclusives from the PS4,
But what if I've already got a good
Oh.
computer for third-party
Well, I mean,
games?
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's kind of like
Yeah,
that's
so-
the thing with Xbox at the moment. They're going cross Microsoft and it's
Yep.
Microsoft exclusive. That's what it is. It's like you can buy it on the store or you can play it on the
How
Xbox.
do you like to play your games?
Yeah,
I like to play my RTSs on a computer. I like to play my MMOs on a computer.
yeah.
I like to play my RPGs on the couch. I like to play my racing games on the console.
Yeah.
I like to.
Racing games are always
So,
better on a console.
I mean
Yeah.
that's why I get it. I mean I love everyone says The Witcher looks great on PC, and it bloody does.
And now
but I love.
I saw
sitting
the
on my
4K
butt.
update. Witcher and it wasn't even 4K.
It's
It was
not
only
4K,
it was only
it's
in
just- yep.
1080p, 60 frames a second instead of 30 where it was locked at before.
Hmm.
It looks great.
Hmm.
Looks delicious.
It looks awesome. It looks as good as a PC.
Naked Gerald
Yeah.
never looked better.
Yeah, laying in that bath, getting bitten by a crayfish.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, he puts the
Weird
fucking
things.
yeah.
Let's say.
But anyway, well,
So third party that's what you would do. So if
Well-
you're already got if you plan to buy this, and you're playing, or you didn't plan to buy it, and you've only got mostly third-party games, you're like, hey, I've got some spare money. This is definitely where you would go. I wouldn't go to PS4 Pro over this.
No, this is definitely
unless you
really
were like,
nice.
so we're on the exclusives issue.
Yeah.
That is the
Well, I mean, let's look at the exclusive. So Phil Spencer's already come out. He's already said, okay, we're buying studios. We're putting more money in development. We're going to try and fix this problem. That's a good sign. I mean, Phil Spencer's been pretty good.
He got rid of the slackers, man. He got rid of Lionhead Studios that waste time.
Yeah, so
we want a
all
Fable
Peter
game
from all
so
reports,
bad.
when they started doing the Xbox One, and they started like the demands that they were putting on people and game developers were just out of this world, and they could not fulfill these requests that they were asking for. So that sort of stumped Xbox straight away. They shot for the stars and they come underground in a cave. They really failed.
Mate, you're kidding me. They didn't shoot for the stars. They went out to the friggin'
They tried to shoot for the stars.
No, they didn't.
Said,
I wouldn't say that at all. Their ideas were terrible.
At the beginning,
Yes.
Xbox,
Beginning
that
they
was the
were,
old
yeah.
CEO that was
Yeah.
pushing that
Yeah.
too. The
That's what I
TV
mean.
all in one.
Yeah.
That's not the stars. That's the freaking
But
dirt
what
under
we're
my
doing
shoe.
now is we're talking about Phil Spencer and what he's saying.
So
And
what
he's
he's doing.
saying is he's buying developers. He's trying to push money for games, and he's doing this.
Do we have-
because they know that this is where they've short.
Do they know what developers they've got?
that this is where they're just starting?
They're not saying much.
They've only just started.
They're just
Yeah.
starting. They're holding all their cards tight because they know they've stuffed this up. They're trying to fix it.
So they're probably.
I don't know if they will fix it. I hope
Yeah.
they do.
They've probably.
Sonic was talking about if you could actually upgrade the hard drive, like put another hard drive in a machine. He said
Yeah.
that'd be unreal because you can do that with the Switch where you got SD card slots and you slot them in. And PS2 had that as well. You had
Yeah.
the upgradable hard drive slot. You just whack that straight in the back to 3.5-inch drive.
Well, fingers
And it
crossed,
worked.
but it is Microsoft.
Yeah, and
So-
Microsoft, they're basically PC company, so
Yeah.
they're doing a lot of things.
I'd be surprised if they'll let you open their machine up
Yeah.
and do
no,
that.
it's very slim, the Xbox One X, but
I
who
don't-
knows in the future? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Micro SD cards are damn quick.
Yep.
They're faster than spinning disk hard drives. So,
Are they?
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I guess they are solid. There's
Yeah.
nothing about it. So
3 games, I reckon Xbox should release,
Yeah.
and it'll pull them back in.
What's that, Fable?
KOTOR 3, another Fable game, a proper one.
KOTOR 3 will never happen.
Oh, they should make it.
Oh, they should
make it happen.
It won't happen because
make
it's not.
it happen.
It's
Throw as much money as you have
it's
to.
not
at it.
canon anymore.
Doesn't matter if it's canon. Nobody
No,
cares
it
about
does.
the canon.
It's
Nobody
all
I guess
Lu-
if it's
cares.
Disney,
it's
that owns it,
Lucasfilm that has the
Yeah.
rights. They will not
They
do it.
gotta just throw money. Get it done.
Man, you're kicking
Get
a
it
dead
done.
horse if you
Get
think
it
you're going
done.
down that road.
Even if they don't get it, like I'm talking that would help.
I
Like,
would.
things
I
like
would
that
help.
would be
I'm
amazing.
right behind you.
And then a Fable game
it's
that
never-
actually people want, not what Peter Molyneux thinks they want.
Yeah, get rid of him. Yeah.
You know, Crimson Skies, like 2 that people have been calling out for ages. Do that properly. You know, they've got enough there. Make it happen.
I reckon they need. We've been saying for a little while they need some IPs that match the story and RPG-esque directions that PS4 is taking their exclusives.
Exactly.
So like they need the Horizon Zero Dawns, the Days Gones, like the real story driven. And Xbox has taken a very a multiplayer third party stance.
Yeah.
They've streamlined their multiplayer capabilities and the party systems but at that point they've had it so good for so long and streamlined it really well that PlayStation's kind of, it might not be as good, but it's good enough for what
they
people
need.
want to do in
Yep.
COD. It's nice and simple.
Yeah.
So I think if they're still trying to sell us on why that system works better on there, it's like maybe it does, but it's not quite enough when I could play PS4 and then I can also, when I don't want to play with my friends, I'm going to jump on Horizon Zero Dawn and play that game on the friggin' hardest difficulty.
course.
So I think this is the only thing that will ever prevent me from going, I'm going to own both consoles, is what am I going to play? If I was to go and buy one this afternoon, there is nothing I would play. Like I honestly, there's not a game on there that I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I
To be
really
honest, at
wish
the
I
moment,
had
I've been
that.
playing majority on PlayStation just because of the exclusives that came out this year. They had,
course.
7 exclusives this
Why
year?
wouldn't you? I mean, that's where they are. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
no,
that the PS4
It's
that
crap.
you
No,
shouldn't
yeah.
be buying it. I mean,
No.
it's a great console, and all the games are there. I personally just like the way the Xbox feels. I like the way it runs, and you know, at the end of the day, that's what I like.
I just wonder if
So-
they're going to have a PS3 comeback. Like PS3 at the end of this generation, it released some amazing games that were going nuts. But
this would be
Xbox might do the
console to
same
it.
thing. Yeah,
And then
they've got
devote
the
it
power
to the
now.
4K and devote it to the running it as high as you can and as good looking as you can, and get those, as you said, those first player sort of RPG games where people are going to sit down and play it and go, this is amazing and I'm really enjoying this stupid story about whatever this is, and just throw money at it. Microsoft need to just dump as much as they can and spend the time and give people updates and be honest about where stuff is, and stop hiding behind this third-party garbage, because nobody wants to pat stupid animals on their TV.
Yeah,
nobody wants to wave their hands and talk to it. They just want to play
It was
games.
good that the Kinect's gone, officially gone.
The Kinect's gone. God, I
But
punted that thing.
They made some wrong decisions for PlayStation as well. They made the iToy and all this crap from the PS2 that didn't sell very well. And I don't know. It was a gimmick, and I don't know.
All
maybe
of them do it. Like Nintendo did it for ages as well. They started just going, I just want these multiplayer with these kid games and these, And
this is what the Wii U was, and that's why it only lasted 4 years and crumbled on itself. Yeah. I'm just hoping they really do find another company from Lionhead and make another Fable as good as Fable 1.
Exactly.
The scary thing is what Scuba would say if he was in the chat, is the lack of announcements of anything just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's scary. Yeah.
That's scary, because if I'm a gambling man, I'll go and buy something and go, surely Microsoft is going to do something soon, right? Yeah. I'll go and pick one up and go, yeah, I'll wait that out. But I'm going to be cagey and go, you prove to me why I should buy your machine.
Of course. Yeah. And that I can't do that. I cannot tell you to go out and buy it. I say, if you liked your Xbox One and you want to upgrade and you don't like the PS4, Xbox One is amazing. Yeah. Plays games really well. Everything looks great. The machine's pretty beautiful in my eyes. Everything's there for me. If you want that, if you want God of War, if you want, those exclusives that are coming out on that PS4, there's no reason not to buy that one instead. If you want the Switch, if you want the, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and they're on the Switch, go buy that. It's way cheaper too. So
I actually absolutely, we'll get to the chat. The chat's going a bit crazy.
I agree with Papa Synth in the chat. He said Xbox and PS4 are exactly the same console. It doesn't matter. Like,
it doesn't matter. It's just
they're essentially the same thing, but the exclusives are the big push for either side. That's it. And that's what it's always been. Like, sure, the Xbox One original couldn't pump out at the same amount of frames, but man, we'd been playing games in 24 frames for years before we got to this new generation of 60 frames a second. So I don't know. I don't really care. Like, to be honest, if I was playing a game in 30 frames, I don't need it.
It always goes back to how good the games look. People love that stuff.
Yeah.
I think the other point was the developers developing for the lowest common denominator.
And that's what it was back in the last generation when 360 was there. The exclusives for PlayStation, of course, had higher performance because of the system had that reserve waiting for this time. But the 360, they still had to hold back all third parties for that system. And man, the sales ended up evening out for both them consoles. Well,
that's why I say Microsoft need to, if they're going to do this, they're going
to make an exclusive that goes crazy.
Make it. Don't even think about it. Just make those games, get those developers, pay the guys that are going to do the best job for you. Stop demanding as well. Let them do it.
Yeah.
Like, let the developers develop a game. Don't go, okay, if you're going to develop this game for me, I want it to be able to
You reckon that's like an EA type thing, isn't it?
It is a very...
let us know what you want.
Yeah. Microsoft really blew it when we telling developers what to do. And
well, exactly.
When did
that's
they
what
do
happened.
that? I didn't know much about
it.
It
all happened at the beginning when they got such bad slack from the EA conference when it was all TV orientated.
Yeah.
And then everyone started going, hang on a sec. We don't like this. And then they went, oh, sorry, we're going to take that out now because you guys don't like it. Oh, we're going to let you trade your games with each other. Oh, we'll take away the Kinect. We won't focus on the all-in-one entertainment system. We'll focus more on games. We'll sack our last CEO. We'll get David Spencer in. We'll get... No, that's what they did.
Which is good, because they listened.
Yeah.
They're trying hard to fix it. And then even if I look at this console as a sole what it is, they said, this is what we're going to do. And they delivered it.
Yeah.
They gave it to us. They said, this is what we've got. This is how much it's going to be. This is what it's going to be able to do. And it's done it.
Yeah.
So for that, hey, well done.
And I do think they probably undercut themselves for that Xbox One X as well, because it's a lot of power in one tiny system for $650.
That was the rumored thing. They're not going to ever announce that.
No.
It's not good
They'll
for
do it
their
when the next
shareholders.
generation starts, because that's
Yeah.
what happened with the original Xbox. They brought out the 360 and they're like, oh, thank God that's gone because that was costing us too much money.
Yeah.
We're losing money
So
every single unit.
It's likely that's the case again.
Yeah.
And I think I was going to say before, I wonder what I guess like the vision, the CEO visions for like Sony, Computer Entertainment Europe, and then like Microsoft Publishing division, what the difference is between the CEOs and what their like mission statements are. So the mission statement for what our plans are for this console, and what our plans are for PlayStation, what our plans are for Xbox going forward, and what the differences are. Like, I wonder if there's obviously differences. They're probably not going to tell you because it's not advantageous for them to be outward with it.
No.
But it's actually, it'd be really interesting in hindsight. You know, like if they were like, oh, you know, I've retired from that now, and this is sort of where I was going. This is what we were trying to do, to look at, even just to pick that guy's mind, the first CEO for the Xbox One, who basically tanked their entire console generation.
Yep.
To be like, what was the long-term vision? If we'd stuck with you, what were you trying to do? And then
they wanted the Kinect to really succeed. They wanted people to be waving at their controllers and doing voice commands and doing all of that.
And does that go back to the part where you were saying like they were pushing their developers? Because if you push developers into the Kinect and say you must have some sort of Kinect capability in there.
Yep. And I mean, look at the games that didn't make it. That all had promise but just couldn't push it.
But look at the bad 6-axis games that came out on PS3 when they pushed that crap too.
And then like
it came out with Heavenly Sword and that flying game where all it was doing this and moving your controller around.
Yeah. Which is the way I
and
felt
they were
was
launch games.
But it's still, this thing was still built into the controller.
Yeah.
It's not a part of the system that would have cost.
Well, the thing with Xbox, it came with the system originally. You didn't have to buy an extra unit. It came with the Xbox.
But you paid for it in the cost of the machine.
Yeah, it was $100 more than the PlayStation 4 when it came out. But it was there, and that's why they started it. And then they realized, oh, we're taking this out. And then
it's not working.
It's not working. So then they released the Xbox cheaper without it.
Yeah.
And that was only, 6 months after it released? They did that? It was crazy. What did
Because
Sonic
nobody
say?
wanted the pet animals.
Sonic said something about the developers and stuff on the chat.
It said 360 and PS3 held back devs for too long. Those consoles were out for 7 years before their successors came out. And those should have been done about 4 years in their life. That's why the Xbox One and PS4 were relatively outdated when they came out. I think they were definitely underperforming consoles, like relative to the computer, the graphical capabilities of PCs at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that was true.
It's always
They're
the
never gonna
case,
keep
though.
up with PC. Never.
No.
Well, PC
It's
are
always
releasing a
the
new
case.
graphics card every year.
It's expensive to be a PC player. Like,
Dude, we are an elite class of high-brow motherfuckers, us PC gamers.
Yeah.
I love my PC, but you know,
Yeah, you got to be a real fucking stick-up-the-ass guy to be like, I'm getting this now. I just put $800 into it. $800 would have got me
a new console and 5
an
games.
Xbox One X and, like 2 games.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yep, easy done.
Yeah,
You know,
and then you
so-
can play for a whole generation on that thing instead of, well, I guess you can on a PC, but there's always a
That
graphics
PC
card you need to update.
That
That's it.
PC
there's
will...
always another game that comes out the year after. It's like makes your whole computer obsolete.
And you're like,
I
oh, cool,
hadn't
thanks.
updated
Yeah.
mine until Fallout 4 since I'd lived with Aaron. So that was probably about 3 or 4 years. I hadn't upgraded it. Got the new graphics card, which was 300. Oh no, 260.
Yep.
And
Because he always gets the
cheap.
60 series.
I get the 60 series. That was $260. And that was 2015, November 2015, when Fallout 4 came out.
Mhm.
And then just today was the next upgrade I did. So $800 into an upgrade that will probably last me 4 years, I'd say.
See, here you go. Here's Sonic saying, yeah, $800, man. Go buy a Titan. That's $1,200, man. Yeah.
Jeez.
What's a Titan?
That's the new graphics card.
$800 wasn't the graphics. $800 was the whole
Machine.
It was the
without the
motherboard, the CPU, the fucking SSD, and the RAM that I put in it.
Yeah, and look, his microphone for about $1,700. Man, you've got some expensive taste,
Dude,
Sonic. But man, his voice sounds sexual.
No wonder you can't afford to subscribe.
No, his voice sounds sexual though. He got me on stream. the
But
other
what
day.
about Sea of Thieves? Does that even sway you at all?
I keep
on that?
saying, I'm like, I'm going to play Sea of Thieves, but Jordan's like, no, I'm not playing it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at that and I'm like, I like Rare. I've always liked Rare games. I think this could be something good.
Now, is
Yeah.
it a single player game?
No, multi, but it's going to be cross-platform.
Cross-platform through PC.
PC and Xbox, and it's...
Oh, well then let me just wait and see what it's like. Because if I'm going to play it, I'm not going to play it on Xbox.
the
I'd
thing
play
I
it on
that's what I'm
PC.
saying. Like, I'm not worried about... typically, I don't really care. If if all my mates get a multiplayer game on PC, that's where I go. But this one, I'm actually thinking about getting on the Xbox to play.
And I'll play with you.
Yeah. You know, just
play
to
with
see
you on
how
PC.
it works. And that sort of game looks like it should be on a Xbox anyway.
Well, the thing I liked about it, the thing that really sold me on that game, was when you get the treasure from the island,
Yeah.
it sends a big beacon up, and every other pirate in the area can come and try and get your treasure, and it's whoever gets it to the boat first.
Yeah.
So it ends up becoming like this first-person shooter as you try and get off the island.
First-person pirate battle.
Yeah, pirate battle with like
the only
old
thing
muskets and stuff. It looks
The only
unreal.
thing I will say that sounds not great about that game, the reason why I won't probably play it is because it sounds halfway between a competitive game and a fun multiplayer game. Doesn't sound like it's put enough.
I don't think it's... Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be a... It's not
a story, yeah. It's not story, it's just
meant
fun.
to be a pirate game.
Yeah.
Pirates
Yeah.
fight
So
and pirates
it's
kill each
not.
other.
So it hasn't found its niche, right? So you know how you talk about, in games you talk about min-maxing.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm going to min-max. I'm going to go, like, in order to, like, scissors, paper, rock, I'm going to go all fucking DPS. I'm going to max out my DPS, right? When you're developing, this is what I'd say a lot of them are doing, a lot of developers are doing now. You got to put all your eggs into one basket rather than spreading them out and trying to be best in this game at all different parts of its, like, what it's capable of. Oh, it's got a great story. Oh, it's got this, it's got that. Like, instead of that, picking one of those things. And so if they had this Sea of Thieves and go, look, we're actually coming out with an esports level game, and go, this is a really competitive game. We're going to have meta balancing. We're going to have this. Then
I don't
you
think
get...
it's been designed for that, though. It's more of just
that's
fun
not
game,
what that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It hasn't been designed for it, and that's why I don't think it will be that good.
It might be fun. It might be like a
it
PUBG
might be fun,
where it's
but
just like
we're
PUBG
talking about the
started off as a
attention
joke.
spans of people with, like, goldfish level brains.
Well, people loved the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and that's what it looks like.
Yeah, but people didn't play that online like psychos.
No.
It's not that I didn't see that was
No,
like...
it's too cartoony to be that.
It is, yeah.
That's what I mean. But so is
looks like a
Overwatch. Overwatch
Fortnite
has some
kind of
very
thing.
cartoony elements to it.
Yeah, but that's solely based on competitive play.
That's my point.
This is
Yeah.
not meant
No.
to be a competitive
just meant to be a
game.
fun game.
That's
that's
my
all.
point.
And
It
people
should
like fun
have.
games,
It should have been a competitive level game. That's my point. It should have a facility in it to go, oh, you like this game? Guess what? We've got a competitive mode for you. We can get ranks, you can do this, and people will actually stay on it rather than be like, oh, it's kind of fun.
I'm
and then
thinking
just
this
put it
game is
down.
more of a co-op Borderlands type of game. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's not an online multiplayer rank system. It's an online co-op fun Borderlands type of game.
Borderlands
That's
type.
all they're going for.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You've heard my
Yeah,
criticisms
it's
of
your
that.
criticism. But anyway, they're getting PUBG. That comes out on the 12th of December if
Yeah,
you want to go
getting
pick that up.
PUBG.
Yeah, and you
They
get
can keep it.
you can get he's had enough of PUBG. Sonic, you blow too much money. That's all I'm saying. You shoved a 2 terabyte SSD drive in your PS4 Pro, and it was about $600. Oh no, hang on, that was $600 for a high-speed RAM to put in for 128 gig. Far out. You're nuts, man. You're nuts, dude. Crazy. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. This console was good, and I really wished they came out with it like this.
Of course.
That's all.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a decent upgrade for me. It looks beautiful. I can't recommend it to anyone that's not going to really got a 4K TV, or if they don't really
Yeah.
care about it that much. But
And people
Yeah.
who
And
wanna
Sonic
play
said
the
in the chat
exclusives.
earlier.
yeah, if they want to play the excuse, but I mean,
Yeah, Sonic said in
everything
the
I
chat.
played on it, like
Yeah.
even the backwards
Compatibility,
compatibility and all of that looks amazing.
That's
it
one
just
thing I
really
like
does.
about that.
Yeah,
I wish they put PS3 backwards compatibility in the PlayStation 4
that's what
because
people want.
I don't want to change consoles, like, you know, especially for casting. I don't want to
Streaming,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It'd be awesome if they did it, but
It's a really interesting...
it's a lot of work that gets involved.
It's a
in
lot
it.
to do, I'd say, with Japanese copyright and that sort of thing. I'd say it has a lot to do with their stance on what we've seen doing this show with how they approach people who stream their games and how tentative they are with it at first, and then they sort of embrace it a lot later than most other publishers and companies. Sony has always been a bit like, with obviously with PS3, you couldn't stream it through HDMI unless you had the splitter, and then it's like, we're not going to put in anything.
Wasn't as big when they made that.
Yeah, but
system.
they didn't. They still have support. Actually, maybe they only recently stopped, but they had OS support for that thing well within streaming, and they could have put in HDCP on or off functionality.
That's what
into
Xbox did through one of their updates.
That's what I mean.
Microsoft is more of a software company anyway, so they always focus on their software changing and adapting with times.
I think it's a Sony cultural thing. I think it's not their focus.
No, they're not onto software. Like the amount
no.
changes
It's not
on
their
Xbox
streaming and allowing.
It will be now, but not for that system. They've they've just gone, who cares? That's done.
Yeah.
Buy the PS4.
That's what I mean. I'm saying their culture is not let's live in the past. Let's get into.
It used to be. Like if you look back at the very original PlayStation 3, they were trying to get everyone on board. That was compatible with PS1, PS2, and PS3.
All PS3s are compatible with PS1s.
Yes, but not. I actually no. I've had a few Final Fantasies I put in, it didn't work.
Oh, not all games.
Yeah, so not all games are compatible. But the PS3 did come out with backwards compatibility with PlayStation 2.
I think what these classics are showing is that people want old games.
They want nostalgia. Nostalgia is huge at the moment.
That they love.
I also
don't care.
Maybe they don't like the reselling thing, because obviously most of the time you're either playing games you've already paid for, and they're putting money into their new console that gets no return for them. And then also you're either going to buy it from a reseller online as a secondhand copy because no new copies exist. They're not sold in stores anymore. So I think it's a very like, it's like they're trying to drag you into the future, and it's kind of, people don't like it. I don't like it. It's fucking annoying. I wish my PS4 could play 1, 2, 3, and then PS4 games as well.
Yeah.
Like it's frustrating.
It's emulation on the system, so I think that's
I'd pay $200 more. I'd pay $200 more for a PS4 if it had that. I'd be like, now that I do this, I would absolutely. Fuck me. The purpose of this broadcast. How dare you? I don't. I can't read. I can't understand what you said.
Yep.
You've spoken in a language I do not understand. I have a question. What do you guys think things will be like if all the consoles perform the same, but the only reason why you would buy one over the other is exclusives and the brand, but non-exclusives all supported cross-platform? What do you think would play out in the market if that happened? Well, PS4 would dominate
PS4 would still be dominating at the moment, because Xbox still doesn't have much except for the Halo, Fable. Yeah, Hable, all of it together. Halo, Fable,
I want to play that game. They merged the two together.
What's the other one? God of War? No, not God of War. What's the other one? I've forgotten. It's on the tip of my tongue, man. Gears of War. That's the one. So that's the other one.
True.
They got. Gears of War 4 came out. So yeah,
I've had all consoles, and it doesn't really matter because I like God of War and I loved Uncharted.
Sonic,
and I love Xbox games. It just how do you feel about what do you want to play more on?
So at the end of the day, first of all, I would say you go into the shop. Yep. You never played games before in your life, but you want to. Look at the games that you want to play.
Yep.
Where are they? All right, excellent. That's step one. And then any sort of affinities or anything like that for a console, you'd be like, I would put them aside for just a generation. Because with 360, I was like, oh, I got a PS3. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I had a 360 back then. Because, like, there was so much, like, they had some, like, just amazing games on there. And the PS3 had some great games too, but nowhere near the amount. Yep. So I think I don't really understand, I don't understand. I still am not convinced. And I don't think this generation will convince me that a purchase of that system is a valuable use of my money or my time. So like time being the other thing that like, oh, okay, if I'm going to play this game, I'm going to sink 20 hours into it, but is that game what I want to play? And it's obviously all personal choice. It's obviously it's completely subjective. So you must account for your own taste, and you have to account for you know, what the price and all the rest, but what does it like at the end of everything? What does it mean to you to play that? That's up to you. This discussion is basically just looking from the outside in. What would be what's Xbox's direction? You know, what are they doing going forward? And I still don't know. I don't think anyone knows except the insiders in the company. There's no announcements. There's no there's nothing going forward. I can say, well, Crackdown 3. That's probably the only one that I'm like, oh, cool. You know, but other than that, I'm like, I don't really know what I would purchase that for. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure that any new players, so new console people, will be like, depending on how well. If
I would never try and sell this console to anybody either. Like that is never what I would do. Even when I was buying this for myself, I was never telling other people, you should definitely go out and buy this console. And when I ever got asked, well, why are you buying that? But it's too expensive. I just say, well, I like my Xbox. I've always liked it.
Yeah.
I wanted the 4K. I even thought about getting the PlayStation Pro, and then like the Scorpio edition was announced, and this is what we're doing.
Did you get the Scorpio edition?
Yeah, you got the Scorpio edition.
So
Nice.
I was like, you know what?
That's
where I'm going to go.
That'll actually hold some value. That'll be cool.
I took it in. I've traded in my other one anyway with a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't play with anyway. So it ended up costing me $300. So I got it for less than half price on that front. Then I plugged it in. I've got all my HDR. I bought the TV anyway, so it all sort of fell into place for me. Then I played The Witcher a lot. I play Fallout 4 a lot. I play the Mass Effects a lot. I play, I was playing Destiny on it as well until I went to PC.
Yeah.
I've plugged in all of those games and instantly went, you know what? That is amazingly better. Like, just looks really better.
Yeah, the original Xbox One is a bit.
If I was going to say, who's buying this console? People that have the original and want to upgrade to a 4K. That's who I'd say want that. Anyone who wants to play backward old school games that they really, really, really need to play, yep, that's definitely also another reason to get one. But the price is high, but the technology is great. If you want your PS4, you're going to get it anyway, or you've probably already got it, or wait till the next generation.
Yeah, and Sonic also summed up the whole thing. He just went, Xbox has the power, Nintendo has the portability. PS4 Pro is like dipping your toe in a pool of power, but not quite having the whole thing.
Like getting a nasty little zap, but
they have way more exclusives at the moment, and that's it. Yeah. And I actually wish the same thing. I wish Sony was more open to cross-play, because then we could play with all the people on the other consoles.
I agree. I don't know why.
Sony's holding majority of the market at the moment.
Exclusives solely on your console, but with those cross-platforms,
I think it's a cultural thing with the root of that company.
Which again, that's another thing Xbox has brought up multiple times. They really would love to try this sort of stuff, and Sony are the ones that are no.
It also doesn't benefit Sony at all. It benefits Xbox. It does
if they keep their exclusives to themselves, which is what they should be doing.
No, because it means that the sales, there's no sales incentive to get that. If you're say like, I really like Uncharted, but really mostly I'm just going to play third-party games.
Yep.
Then the sales incentive, but if you go, but I could just play it on Xbox and play across with my mates who've got those, then you lose that sales incentive, because the only tiny thing that was getting them there was like, Uncharted 4, for example. They go, I can live without it. So they lose that sales incentive if they can cross-platform. If they can't, and all their mates have PS4s and they want to get Uncharted, then they actually draw them in, and then they're pretty much left without that choice to get Xbox, and otherwise, unless they want to play on their own. So
I'd still love to see it.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what I believe they're thinking in their head. Now, the last thing I want to say before we go, what would it take for you to buy a PS4?
A better interface.
An interface.
Yeah.
So that's
what would it take for me to buy a PS4? I don't know.
That's a strange criticism coming from an Xbox user.
They all love their
That's
interface.
really strange. I find the interface on Xbox is actually...
I don't know. The PS4...
Obviously, you get used to it, I think. So, yeah.
I mean, I've got a mate that has a PS4, and I bought the Xbox.
So you just trade.
I borrow his.
He played Uncharted 4 for a bit, didn't you?
Yep.
So okay,
I did the VR on the PS.
Pretend you don't have a mate with a PS4, what would it take for you to buy? What would it? I don't.
Oh, God of War. Yeah,
God of War is one
and
thing
I'm
you want to
still
get.
waiting on that, and that would be the.
That's right. You said you liked God of War 3.
Yeah, that would
didn't
be
you?
the one that I'd buy it for, and I probably still might. Because of God of War, because I didn't really play Uncharted 4. I think I'd pretty much done it with 3. I was happy with that. But God of War is the one that I always go back to, and I'm like, yes, I freaking love this game.
And
that is the one I'd play. I don't really care about the
great.
PlayStation exclusives. I've never really gotten into any of those. I didn't really
When
like
was
The
it?
Last of Us. I didn't like.
Did you play Last of Us?
Yeah, I played it. I watched a mate play it, and I gave it a go. But it's not my sort of game. I don't like those. That wasn't just.
It's a
not
pay.
me.
It's a yeah.
But God of War is my game. That is the one. And I bought the PS3 solely for God of War. And as I said, I bought a Batman game on it. I bought Uncharted series on it. And then after that, it sat in the corner. I never played it ever. But I always jump back on to play God of War. Like, that was my sit-down sesh. Bang, all 3. I'd play God of War 4. That's why I'd buy it.
So there are some draws to buy one.
Yeah, of course there is.
Small draws to buying one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just
want to say something in the chat. Big Papa Synth, build your own PC. I built a PC just before we started this podcast. I built Jordan's PC. Even if you pick all the components online and get the shop to build it, it usually only costs like $30.
50 or maybe 50. Oh,
Yeah,
for
$30
American,
American.
it'd be
Yeah,
like
25, $30 American will get them to build it for you. It's awesome.
and you get what you want.
That's right.
But anyway, I don't know. I'm a big supporter of the crossplay because
Big Papa Synth.
yeah, I
Hey
don't
guys,
know.
what we have to do to get longer podcasts? Wow, that's
that's the first time someone's asked us about longer podcasts.
longer
Pizza.
podcasts.
We were tossing up between what do we do? Do we do 3 hours, 2 hours? And we
This was a long time ago. We started the very first show was
it was almost 2 hours. I think the first show was,
and then a couple of times we did 2 hours 20. We went way over.
and then we kind of went, we'll sit at this hour and a half happy medium. I guess that's what we're aiming for.
Because an hour is apparently the ideal time for a podcast in terms of what people's attention and stuff. It's a very there's all this weird science behind it, but 2 hours. Well, I always found I love long podcasts, Big Papa Synth. So I appreciate what you're sort of implying there. I like spending time with the people I listen to on there, and we like hanging out with you.
I think the more the Twitch channel grows, the more interaction we have, the longer the podcast will go. And it might end up being just a Twitch-orientated podcast, more of an IRL hangout in the future. Who knows what's going to happen.
That's right. We may move this. We might do this and then do something else after, depending on the growth of the channel, and be like, all right, we're doing the 1 hour and a half, and then we'll just do a chat with the fans. Like, just jump in and we'll just. It isn't a podcast. It isn't like a formal sort of, let's read the news. Let's talk about the games.
Yeah.
You know?
And guys, if you've got any things you would like us to do on the podcast, chuck them in the Discord server. We've got a podcast section on there, and you can just put ideas down and we'll try and slot them in the show. We've got a whole bunch coming up, like bad reviews. We're going to review a really crap game. And so we're going to do that. So, yeah, we're going to do lots of different things in the future. But
Sonic wants low volume background music through the podcast. Unfortunately, that can't happen because we mix it through Aaron's delicious mixer that comes all through.
we could eventually do it. Yeah, we could
sort of one channel. We could add it, but
afterwards, yeah. And we do upload to iTunes, and I don't know if people like sexual music playing in the background of their podcast.
Most people
doesn't have to be
most people don't. No. You'd have to do it as a separate mix through the
Sexual's the only way.
70s porn music.
Through the video version live on Twitch. It would be cool, but the trouble is the Audition would pick it. I believe Audition would pick it all up.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking, Sonic, man. I know where you're coming from. Would bring more life to it. Yeah.
We have we're in the process of coming up with. We've got our goal that we should announce this right now because we were supposed to do it last week.
Might as well.
That we're going to put a donation goal on for just $150 towards a CPU.
Yeah, so we're gonna fork out the rest for the CPU, but we're gonna actually upgrade.
$150 is not enough for a
no
CPU.
way, especially not in Australia. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to up the quality so we can actually play videos off because we're using a laptop at the moment, and we're gonna get like a little small ITX board computer. We're gonna have an i7 in it. And we're going to be able to stream videos for you. We could do more interactions over trailers for you guys without it chopping on stream. We get
Yeah, I know.
I think a Pentium 4 is even more expensive than $150.
Yeah, because it's
here.
legacy.
Yeah.
So,
But no, we're gonna wear the rest of the cost.
Yeah,
so we're both gonna go
we're not
halves and stuff.
it's probably going to be at $350, but
because the computer we're gonna put it in is the motherboard is a 1150 set, so we can get one second hand. So we'll try and get a K series so we can overclock it eventually in the future.
And just so we can play the videos for this, and then the whole show format will probably look a little bit different too. With maybe we're thinking about adding the green screens that we use in our.
Yeah, just change the way the show works.
Yeah.
And if you guys have got ideas, don't forget, chuck them in Discord.
Yeah. If you're in Discord, on Sonic, you're in Discord. Big Papa Synth, you're in Discord. It's always good having you there. But yeah, jump in and chat away.
We should sum up and we should say, what is the verdict of the Xbox One X? Is it for the extreme gamer that wants the best quality, or is it for everyday users?
Well, it's definitely for the people that want the best quality. I've never seen games look better.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Hopefully they get more exclusives out. Hopefully Crackdown 3 is amazing. And Sea of Thieves is the best game you've ever played. And we'll get Jordan to buy one. That'd be amazing.
Hey, man, if it's the best game I've ever played, I probably will.
But, I mean,
I'll eat my hat.
Everything looked amazing for it and all slotted in place for me. If you've got an original Xbox, you're going to be upgrading hugely. It's going to look amazing. But if you're quite happy with your PlayStation and your Switch, or you just want to sit on the PC, then there's no real point in getting one. I don't think the price tag is going to get you, and I don't think the games are going to get you. And if they're your selling points, it's not going to happen for you. So,
Sonic, I will hit you up for sure for the help if you're willing to help us.
If he's a machine,
we use OBS, so
Aaron's quite good with computers.
I do work in IT, but there's always more help I need, especially in the audio department. So I'm not an audio engineer. So
we'll consider extending
engineer.
We'll consider extending the podcast out depending on some feedback. But for now, what we're generally going to do with when topics like this come up, we'll just shorten news, and we like when we did our.
When we do reviews now, we cut out news and we just go straight into the review because get the most out of it.
Yeah, so something ends with, I say, if you don't have an Xbox One at all and you really want the most power, go for it. It's priced the same, but as an upgrade from Xbox One/S to X, I say nay. Yeah, fair enough.
Pretty much.
Depending on, if you don't have a 4K, this is as other point. If you don't have a 4K TV.
No.
It'll upscale, but it won't be the best.
Yes, you'll get the 60 frames, won't you? You get 1080p 60 frames, but I mean, that's awesome, but $650 awesome?
No.
Maybe not.
That's a bit expensive.
So fork out the extra for the 4K if you're going to get it.
Or trade in everything you had from Xbox One original.
Not everything.
No, not just a few games. Keep
I think I traded in about 10 games in the original.
That's all right. Yeah.
But it was all garbage. It was all like Rise and Dead Rising and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, all them ones, Dead Rising. Oh.
That was gone.
Anyways, so don't forget, you can follow us on our social media accounts, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, the whole lot, man. We're all on there.
We're on Facebook. We're quite easy to find.
You can just type No Objective Gaming in and you might find us.
And
we're
not
not big.
Our fucking hairy heads.
Yeah.
The
Thanks for having me on too, guys.
No, it was good. Thanks for coming on. It was unreal to have you finally on the podcast.
Finally,
man. It's
42
good.
episodes in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hell?
I know. It took way too long.
We'll definitely be more topics that you'll have to join us for. And the 24-hour podcast, if you can make it.
Yeah, that's going to be in the 16th
24-hour
of December.
podcast, 24-hour stream.
Not a podcast. I'll be dead.
That's Big Papa Sid's dream, man.
Oh, for sure. Man, holy crap. But anyway, don't forget to follow us on there. And Discord is the best place to contact us if you really want to get it in amongst the show. We're going to add a few segments to the podcast where we're going to talk about things that have happened in Discord. I think that's an unreal segment to put into the show.
next week. Yeah, next week it's happening.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right.
Thanks, guys. And don't forget, thank you for being here. It's all you guys
I didn't
here.
think about that.
Yeah, thank you. Because honestly, if you guys weren't in the chat, we would be honestly just hating this. We'd be sitting there talking to ourselves forever.
Thank you, Clayton. Thank you, Sonic. Thank you, Big Papa Synth. Thank you, Miss... What was her name?
Man, I don't know.
Miss Zero for following. Appreciate all of it.
Thank you, Drip Dry, for being a subscriber as well. Thank you.
Lost
Heaps.
Pod Files, subscribing. Appreciate it all.
Anyways, cool. Discord, hype. There we go. All right, cool. Have fun.
Judges.
See ya.